What if I told you that the most profitable plants you could possibly grow aren't the ones everyone's trying to cultivate in their backyard gardens? Not tomatoes that wither in the heat, not delicate herbs that require constant watering, not high-maintenance flowers that demand perfect conditions. I'm talking about an underground world of heat-defying botanical warriors that can survive temperatures up to 120 degrees Fahrenheit, thrive with almost no water, and command premium prices from desperate landscapers, xeriscaping enthusiasts, and climate-conscious property owners willing to pay $50 to $500 per plant. The landscaping industry alone is now worth over $100 billion annually, and desert-adapted plants are the fastest-growing segment as water restrictions tighten and temperatures soar. Most people don't know this, but while everyone's watching their traditional gardens die in the summer heat and burning through water bills, there are heat-resistant botanical gold mines out there generating serious wealth for the smart growers who know about them. Plants with massive profit margins, low startup costs, and markets that are desperately undersupplied. The succulent and heat-tolerant plant market is projected to reach $32.3 billion by 2035, growing at over 9% annually, while traditional ornamental plant sales remain stagnant. And today, I'm going to show you 20 of them that will change the way you think about gardening and green business forever. Stick around because number 7 on this list is the only plant scientifically documented to thrive at 120 degrees Fahrenheit and could revolutionize agriculture. And number 15 is so explosively popular with millennials and Gen Z that the market has grown 300% in just 5 years, with individual specimens selling for hundreds of dollars. Make sure you hit that subscribe button because we post new videos every week. So let's get into it. Here are 20 plants that grow in extreme heat and never die. Ranked from impressive to absolutely incredible. Number 20, Portulaca, the colorful carpet that sells itself. Let's start with Portulaca grandiflora, also called moss rose. And for good reason. This low-growing succulent annual explodes with brilliant flowers in every color imaginable and thrives in temperatures exceeding 100 degrees Fahrenheit. A single flat of 48 plants sells wholesale for $45 to $65, with retail prices hitting $2.69 to $4 per plant. And the demand is absolutely exploding in container gardening and xeriscaping markets. Portulaca is native to hot, dry plains in Argentina, southern Brazil, and Uruguay, making it naturally adapted to brutal heat and drought. Here's what makes moss rose special from a business perspective. It self-seeds prolifically, creating natural expansion without replanting. It flowers continuously from summer to frost with zero deadheading required. It tolerates poor soil, reflected heat, and neglect that would kill most annuals. The thick, fleshy leaves store water like a cactus. You're essentially creating a maintenance-free flower carpet that customers desperately want but garden centers constantly run out of. Modern container gardening trends have put Portulaca front and center. From apartment balcony gardeners to commercial property managers to homeowners with full-sun hellscapes, everyone wants moss rose, and most of it is still being grown by large wholesale operations with limited color selection. The reason Portulaca is such a gold mine is simple. High demand, low supply, premium pricing for unusual colors. While most growers are producing the same old petunias that cook in the heat and require constant watering, you could be propagating heat-loving Portulaca that thrives in conditions other plants fear and generates profit margins of 400% or more. The math changes completely. Think of it as the gateway drug to heat-tolerant gardening. It's the cheerful proof that beautiful doesn't mean fragile. Number 19, Lantana, the butterfly magnet that never quits. Lantana camara is the heat-tolerant perennial that landscapers can't keep in stock. This Central and South American native produces clusters of multicolored flowers that change hues as they age, creating a stunning kaleidoscope effect. A single 1-gallon Lantana plant wholesales for $5.75, while 3-gallon specimens command $17 to $25, and mature landscape-ready plants can hit $50 or more. The demand is relentless across the Sunbelt. Lantana thrives in temperatures up to 110 degrees and blooms non-stop from spring through the first frost. Here's what makes Lantana special from a business perspective. It attracts butterflies and hummingbirds like a magnet, making it irresistible to wildlife gardeners. It's salt-tolerant, perfect for coastal landscapes. It requires zero fertilizer and minimal water once established. It propagates easily from cuttings, giving you unlimited inventory. Modern pollinator gardening trends have made lantana a must-have plant. From residential xeriscapers to commercial property developers to municipal landscaping projects, everyone is seeking drought-tolerant flowering plants, and lantana tops every list. The reason lantana is such a goldmine is simple. Explosive demand, easy propagation, repeat blooming that keeps customers coming back. While most nurseries are struggling to keep delicate annuals alive through summer heat waves, you could be growing bulletproof lantana that laughs at 105-degree days and produces 6 months of continuous color. It's the landscaping workhorse that proves you don't need babying to be beautiful. Number 18, Bougainvillea, the tropical explosion that defies desert heat. Bougainvillea species and hybrids create the most spectacular color displays in the plant kingdom, with brilliant bracts in pink, purple, red, orange, and white that can cover entire walls and arbors. A 1-gallon bougainvillea starts at $7.50 wholesale, 3-gallon plants command $25, and mature specimens in 15-gallon containers sell for $75 to $150. Landscape-ready large bougainvillea can exceed $300. And the market is hungry for these heat-loving vines. Bougainvillea thrives in full sun and intense heat, originating from South America's hottest regions. Here's what makes bougainvillea special from a business perspective. It blooms for 9 to 10 months per year in warm climates. It tolerates drought, heat, wind, and salt spray. It can be trained as a vine, shrub, or small tree, tripling your market. Once established, it requires almost no care yet produces breathtaking displays. Modern tropical and Mediterranean landscape design has made bougainvillea essential. From resort properties to upscale residences to commercial developments to courtyard gardens, designers and homeowners crave that vibrant tropical aesthetic, and bougainvillea delivers it without the tropical water requirements. The reason bougainvillea is such a goldmine is simple. Massive visual impact, premium pricing, low maintenance, long bloom season. While most ornamental vines struggle with heat and require constant attention, you could be growing bougainvillea that transforms bland walls into living art installations while surviving on rainfall alone. It's the showstopper that proves heat-tolerant doesn't mean boring. Number 17, Oleander, the bulletproof hedge that landscapers worship. Nerium oleander is the tough-as-nails evergreen shrub that can survive anything nature throws at it. This Mediterranean native produces fragrant flowers in white, pink, red, salmon, and yellow while tolerating heat, drought, salt, pollution, and poor soil. A 3-gallon oleander wholesales for $15 to $20, while 15-gallon landscape specimens command $65 to $95. Mature privacy hedges can sell for $200 or more per plant. Commercial landscapers buy these by the hundreds. Oleander survives temperatures exceeding 110 degrees and blooms from spring through fall. Here's what makes oleander special from a business perspective. It grows fast, creating privacy screens in just 2 years. It requires zero fertilizer and survives on minimal water. It's evergreen, providing year-round screening and interest. It's salt-tolerant, perfect for coastal areas where other plants fail. Modern privacy fencing alternatives have made oleander explode in popularity. From commercial properties to highway medians to residential privacy screens to municipal projects, everyone wants living barriers that don't die, and oleander is the king. The reason oleander is such a goldmine is simple. Utility, durability, fast growth, premium pricing for instant screening. While most hedge plants require constant watering and care to survive, you could be growing oleander that establishes quickly and then runs on autopilot for decades. It's the workhorse shrub that proves beauty and toughness aren't mutually exclusive. Number 16, Desert Rose, the exotic showstopper commanding collector prices. Adenium obesum is the succulent superstar with a swollen caudex and spectacular trumpet-shaped flowers in every color imaginable. This African native is the darling of succulent collectors and tropical landscape designers. A 4-inch desert rose starts at $15 to $22, while 6-inch specimens command $30 to $40. Rare cultivars, multigraft varieties, and mature specimens with impressive codexes can sell for $100 to $500, with exceptional Thai cultivars hitting $3,000 or more. And collectors are buying frantically. Desert rose thrives in temperatures from 60 to over 100 degrees and blooms prolifically in summer heat. Here's what makes Adenium special from a business perspective. It's a living sculpture, with the swollen trunk becoming more impressive with age. It blooms repeatedly with minimal care. Rare colors and patterns command premium prices from collectors. It propagates from seeds or cuttings, and grafting creates instant value. The exploding succulent market has made desert rose one of the most sought-after plants. From collectors to Instagram plant influencers to tropical landscape designers to bonsai enthusiasts, everyone wants these exotic beauties, and supply can't keep up with demand. The reason desert rose is such a gold mine is simple. Collector appeal, premium pricing, slow natural growth that makes established specimens valuable. While most growers are producing common annuals with razor-thin margins, you could be cultivating rare Adenium varieties that appreciate in value like fine art and sell to passionate collectors willing to pay hundreds or thousands of dollars. It's the botanical investment piece that proves patience pays premium profits. Number 15, Agave, the architectural statement plant worth its weight in landscape gold. Agave species, including the stunning blue agave and sculptural agave attenuata, are the crown jewels of xeriscaping. These massive succulents with dramatic rosettes of thick, pointed leaves create instant focal points in any landscape. Pricing starts at $15 for small varieties but escalates dramatically. A 5-gallon agave commands $20 to $35, 15-gallon specimens sell for $65 to $95, and 24-inch box agaves hit $175 to $300. Large mature specimens, especially blue agave and rare varieties, can command $500 or more. And landscapers are buying them as fast as growers can produce them. Agave survives extreme heat, drought, and poor soil while creating architectural drama unmatched by any other plant. Here's what makes agave special from a business perspective. It's zero maintenance once established, perfect for commercial properties. It creates instant maturity and impact in new landscapes. Specimens appreciate in value as they grow, unlike annual plants. They produce offsets, giving you free multiplication of valuable stock. Modern architectural landscaping has made agave the plant every designer specifies. From commercial developments to resort properties to upscale residential xeriscaping to public spaces, agave is the go-to focal point, and mature specimens are incredibly scarce. The reason agave is such a gold mine is simple. Architectural impact, premium pricing, increasing value with age, self-propagation. While most landscapers are installing plants that need replacement every few years, you could be growing agave that becomes more valuable every season and commands prices that reflect its permanence and impact. It's the landscape investment that proves living sculpture beats disposable decoration. Number 14, Yucca rostrata, America's blue-spired desert masterpiece. Yucca rostrata, with its stunning blue-gray leaves radiating from a single trunk, is arguably the most architectural of all heat-tolerant plants. This Texas and Mexican native creates living sculpture that stops traffic. Pricing reflects its desirability. Small yucca start around $20, but the market really begins at 5 to 15-gallon sizes commanding $95 to $250. Large specimen yuccas with substantial trunks sell for $500 to $1,200 at retail, with wholesale prices around $200 per foot of trunk height. And landscape designers can't get enough of them. Yucca rostrata thrives in temperatures exceeding 115 degrees, requires almost no water, and grows slowly, making established specimens incredibly valuable. Here's what makes Yucca rostrata special from a business perspective. The stunning blue foliage is unlike any other cold-hardy plant. It's one of the few yuccas that develops a substantial trunk, creating tree-like presence. It tolerates extreme cold down to -10 degrees Fahrenheit, expanding the market nationwide. Slow growth means established specimens command premium prices. The modern sculptural landscaping movement has made Yucca rostrata the holy grail plant. From minimalist residential designs to contemporary commercial projects to botanical gardens to high-end resorts, this yucca is the most specified accent plant in architecture-focused landscapes. The reason Yucca rostrata is such a goldmine is simple. Stunning aesthetics, extreme rarity in larger sizes, premium pricing, multi-climate adaptability. While most specialty nurseries are growing common yuccas that sit unsold, you could be cultivating Yucca rostrata that has landscape architects calling you before the plants are even ready and paying prices that reflect true scarcity. It's the blue beacon that proves patience and the right species create extraordinary profit. Number 13, Red Yucca, the hummingbird haven that's not even a yucca. Hesperilo parviflora, misleadingly called red yucca, is actually related to agaves, but who cares about taxonomy when you're looking at those spectacular coral red flower spikes rising 4 feet above grass-like foliage? This Texas native is one of the most popular xeriscape plants in America. A 1-gallon red yucca wholesales for $8 to $12, 3-gallon plants command $20 to $30, and mature landscape specimens hit $50 to $77. And they sell faster than nurseries can grow them. Red yucca blooms from May through September, thrives in 110-degree heat, and attracts hummingbirds like a magnet. Here's what makes red yucca special from a business perspective. It's officially designated a Texas superstar plant for proven performance. It blooms for 4 months straight with 0 deadheading. It tolerates drought, heat, reflected light, and wind. It produces offsets for free propagation. The pollinator gardening explosion has made red yucca essential. From residential xeriscapers to commercial properties to municipal landscapes to wildlife-friendly developments, everyone wants plants that feed hummingbirds while surviving on rainfall, and red yucca checks every box. The reason red yucca is such a goldmine is simple. Long bloom period, wildlife attraction, proven performance, easy propagation. While most flowering perennials peter out after a few weeks or demand constant care, you could be growing red yucca that blooms for a third of the year, brings in hummingbirds, and requires less care than a cactus. It's the wildlife magnet that proves you can have continuous color without continuous work. Number 12, Texas sage, the purple prophet of summer rain. Leucophyllum frutescens is the remarkable shrub that blooms explosively after summer rains, covering itself in purple, pink, or white flowers and earning the nickname barometer bush. This native of Texas and northern Mexico is the backbone of southwestern landscaping. A 1-gallon Texas sage starts at $8 to $12, 3-gallon plants command $18 to $28, and 15-gallon landscape specimens hit $65 to $95. Large mature plants can exceed $150. Landscapers buy these by the truckload. Texas sage survives 115-degree heat, extreme drought, and poor rocky soil while creating stunning displays multiple times per summer. Here's what makes Texas sage special from a business perspective. It requires 0 supplemental water once established. The silvery gray foliage provides year-round interest. Multiple cultivars offer different colors and sizes for various landscape needs. It's deer-resistant, solving a major landscape problem. Modern water-wise landscaping mandates have made Texas sage the #1 specified shrub in the Southwest. From residential developments to commercial properties to highway medians to xeriscaping projects, Texas sage dominates specifications, and demand far exceeds supply during peak planting seasons. The reason Texas sage is such a goldmine is simple. Reliable performance, 0 water needs, mass market demand, multiple sales peaks per year. While most flowering shrubs struggle in extreme heat and require irrigation systems to survive, you could be growing Texas sage that thrives on natural rainfall and creates predictable profit because every landscape designer in the Southwest specifies it on every plan. It's the reliable repeater that proves serving a proven market beats chasing trends. Number 11, Russian sage, the purple haze that says summer. Perovskia atriplycifolia brings soft purple spires and silvery aromatic foliage to perennial gardens, creating a cloud-like effect that softens harsh landscapes. This Central Asian native thrives in heat, drought, and poor soil while blooming for months. A 1-gallon Russian sage wholesales for $6 to $10, 2-gallon plants command $15 to $20, and mature 5-gallon specimens hit $35 to $50. The market is hungry nationwide, not just in hot climates. Russian sage tolerates temperatures exceeding 100 degrees and blooms from midsummer through fall. Here's what makes Russian sage special from a business perspective. It's deer and rabbit resistant, a huge selling point. The aromatic foliage deters pests naturally. It requires zero fertilizer and minimal water once established. It works in both formal and naturalistic designs, expanding your market. The perennial border renaissance has made Russian sage essential. From traditional perennial gardens to prairie-style landscapes to commercial installations to cut flower production, Russian sage delivers that soft purple color that every designer needs in summer, and it does it in conditions that kill most perennials. The reason Russian sage is such a gold mine is simple. Long bloom season, low maintenance, pest resistance, wide climate adaptability. While most perennials require rich soil, consistent moisture, and protection from pests, you could be growing Russian sage that thrives on neglect and performs in climates from Zone 4 to Zone 9. It's the purple cloud that proves tough plants can be soft and romantic. Number 10. Prickly pear cactus, the edible landscape icon with multiple revenue streams. Opuntia species, especially the iconic pad-forming prickly pears, are having a renaissance moment. These Native American cacti survive the harshest conditions while producing edible pads, called nopales, and delicious fruits. A single-rooted pad sells for $15 to $25, while mature landscape plants command $50 to $150. Large specimens can hit $300 or more. But here's where it gets interesting. You're not just selling ornamental plants. The nopales market is exploding as Mexican cuisine gains popularity, and prickly pear fruit sells wholesale for $1.68 per kilogram, creating ongoing revenue. Prickly pear survives temperatures exceeding 120 degrees and requires zero supplemental water in most climates. Here's what makes prickly pear special from a business perspective. You're creating 3 products: ornamental landscape plants, edible nopales for the food market, and gourmet prickly pear fruit. It propagates for free, just cut off a pad. It creates living fences and barriers, opening commercial and agricultural markets. Spineless varieties eliminate handling concerns. The ornamental edible movement has made prickly pear the poster child for productive landscaping. From farm-to-table restaurants to edible landscape designers to permaculture practitioners to Southwest-themed developments, everyone wants productive plants that require zero care, and prickly pear delivers food, beauty, and function. The reason prickly pear is such a gold mine is simple. Multiple revenue streams, free propagation, ornamental and functional markets, trendy food crop. While most growers are choosing between ornamental or edible production, you could be growing prickly pear that serves both markets simultaneously and creates opportunities for ongoing sales relationships with restaurants and food producers. It's the triple threat cactus that proves utility multiplies value. Number 9. Barrel cactus, the Golden Globe commanding landscape premiums. Echinocactus grusonii, the golden barrel cactus, is the symmetrical stunner that defines desert landscaping. This Mexican native forms perfect golden spine spheres that can reach 3 feet in diameter, creating focal points that stop people in their tracks. A 5-inch golden barrel starts at $15 to $25, 1-gallon plants command $30 to $45, and the pricing escalates dramatically with size. Large specimens in 15-gallon containers sell for $150 to $250, and mature 3-foot giants can command $500 to $1,000 or more. And landscape designers are fighting over available inventory. Golden barrel cactus thrives in temperatures exceeding 115 degrees, requires almost no water, and grows slowly, making large specimens incredibly valuable. Here's what makes barrel cactus special from a business perspective. The perfect symmetrical form creates instant impact in formal landscapes. Slow growth means established specimens increase dramatically in value. It requires zero maintenance once planted. It's one of the most photographed and recognized cacti, driving demand. Modern minimalist landscape design has made Golden Barrel the must-have accent plant. From contemporary residential landscapes to corporate headquarters to resort properties to botanical gardens, this cactus is the sculptural element that defines high-end desert aesthetics. The reason barrel cactus is such a goldmine is simple. Iconic status, slow growth creating built-in scarcity, exponential price increases with size, zero care requirements. While most specialty plants require years of intensive care to reach saleable size, you could be growing golden barrel cactus that appreciates in value with almost no inputs and eventually sells for prices that rival fine art. It's the living sculpture that proves geometry and patience create premium profits. Number 8. Hibiscus, the tropical showstopper that defies the heat. Hibiscus rosasinensis produces the most spectacular flowers in the plant kingdom, dinner plate-sized blooms in every color imaginable, often with contrasting throats and ruffled petals. This tropical beauty thrives in heat that would wilt most flowering plants. A 1-gallon hibiscus wholesales for $10 to $15, 3-gallon plants command $25 to $35, and mature landscape specimens hit $75 to $150. Rare cultivars and tree form standards can exceed $200. And they sell instantly at retail. Hibiscus thrives in temperatures from 60 to over 100 degrees and blooms continuously from spring through fall. Here's what makes hibiscus special from a business perspective. New flowers open daily, creating constant visual excitement. Hundreds of cultivars offer colors and patterns for every taste. It grows in containers or landscapes, doubling your market. Tree form training commands premium pricing. The tropical landscape trend has made hibiscus essential even in desert climates. From poolside plantings to patio containers to resort landscapes to tropical-themed residential gardens, everyone wants that vacation vibe, and hibiscus delivers it while handling heat that kills most tropical plants. The reason hibiscus is such a goldmine is simple. Spectacular flowers, continuous bloom, premium pricing for rare varieties, container and landscape markets. While most tropical plants struggle in full sun and heat, you could be growing hibiscus that produces show-stopping flowers in conditions other tropicals can't survive. It's the tropical imposter that proves you can have paradise in the desert. Number 7. Tidostromia oblongifolia, the Death Valley champion that could save agriculture. And now we arrive at the most scientifically remarkable plant on this list. Tidostromia oblongifolia thrives in Death Valley where summer temperatures hit 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Recent research from Michigan State University revealed this unassuming plant has evolved extraordinary heat tolerance mechanisms, expanding its photosynthetic comfort zone in just 2 days of extreme heat exposure. While you can't buy this commercially yet, scientists believe it holds the genetic keys to creating heat-proof crops for our warming planet. This represents the future of heat tolerance. The plant grows faster as temperatures rise, the opposite of virtually every other plant on Earth. It maintains efficient photosynthesis at temperatures that shut down normal plants. Within 48 hours of heat exposure, it adapts its physiology to thrive in conditions others can't survive. These mechanisms are being studied to transfer heat tolerance to agricultural crops. The implications are staggering. As climate change pushes temperatures higher, conventional agriculture is facing catastrophic challenges. If scientists can transfer Tidostromia's heat tolerance genes to food crops, we're looking at a revolution in agriculture that could secure food supplies for billions. The research potential represents billions in funding and patents. The reason Tidostromia is such a goldmine isn't about selling plants today. It's about the genetic information locked in those cells. While most plants are running away from heat, Tidostromia is running toward it, and the scientists who unlock those secrets are sitting on intellectual property that could reshape global agriculture. It's the Death Valley survivor that proves the most valuable plants might not be the prettiest but the ones holding secrets worth billions. Number 6. Sedum, the living roof that's reshaping green building. Sedum species, particularly Sedum acre and Sedum reflexum, are the succulent ground covers revolutionizing sustainable architecture. These tough little plants survive extreme heat, drought, and the brutal conditions of green roofs and living walls. A 4-inch sedum pot wholesales for $3 to $5, but here's where it gets interesting. Green roof installations use thousands of plants per project, and the market is exploding. A single commercial green roof project might require 10,000 to 50,000 sedum plants, creating contracts worth $30,000 to $150,000 or more. Sedum tolerates temperatures exceeding 110 degrees on sun-baked rooftops while surviving on rainfall alone. Here's what makes sedum special from a business perspective. Green building codes are mandating vegetated roofs in many cities, creating forced demand. Projects require massive quantities, creating bulk sales opportunities. The plants propagate incredibly easily from cuttings. Multiple colors and textures create designer appeal. The green building revolution has made sedum essential infrastructure. From commercial buildings to residential green roofs to living walls to stormwater management systems, architects and engineers are specifying sedum by the thousands, and specialized growers can't keep up with demand. The reason sedum is such a goldmine is simple. Mandatory building codes creating guaranteed demand, bulk sales, easy propagation, recurring relationships with commercial installers. While most growers are selling individual plants to retail customers, you could be contracting with green roof installers for recurring bulk orders that move 10,000 plants at a time. It's the infrastructure plant that proves thinking commercial beats thinking retail. Number 5. Bottlebrush, the red rocket that hummingbirds worship. Callistemon species, especially Callistemon viminalis, produce the most distinctive flowers in landscaping, bright red cylindrical blooms that look exactly like bottle brushes. These Australian natives thrive in heat and drought while attracting hummingbirds and creating year-round interest with their evergreen foliage. A 5-gallon bottle brush wholesales for $25 to $35, 15-gallon specimens command $75 to $120, and mature tree-form bottle brush can exceed $250. The demand is relentless. Bottlebrush thrives in temperatures exceeding 100 degrees and blooms multiple times per year. Here's what makes bottlebrush special from a business perspective. It can be grown as a shrub, hedge, or tree, tripling your market opportunities. The unique flowers create instant recognition and demand. It's evergreen, providing year-round landscape value. It tolerates salt, wind, and poor soil. The hummingbird gardening movement has made bottlebrush essential. From wildlife-friendly residential landscapes to commercial properties to park plantings to screening applications, bottlebrush serves multiple functions while providing that spectacular red color every landscape needs. The reason bottlebrush is such a goldmine is simple. Unique flowers, multiple growth habits, wildlife attraction, evergreen interest. While most flowering shrubs offer one selling point, you could be growing bottlebrush that serves as a flowering shrub, privacy screen, small tree, or hummingbird magnet depending on how you market it. It's the versatile performer that proves adaptability multiplies sales opportunities. Number 4. Aloe vera, the medicinal cash crop hidden in plain sight. Aloe barbadensis is the succulent everyone recognizes but few understand as a serious cash crop. This African native thrives in extreme heat and drought while producing gel-filled leaves valued in cosmetics, medicine, and health food markets. A 4-inch aloe vera starts at $5 to $8, 1-gallon plants command $12 to $20, and large landscape specimens hit $40 to $75. But here's the real opportunity. Mature aloe vera produces offsets constantly, creating exponential multiplication, and the leaves themselves have market value. Companies pay premium prices for organic aloe vera gel, and the plant-based skincare boom has made aloe the ingredient everyone wants. Aloe vera thrives in temperatures from 55 to over 110 degrees and requires minimal water. Here's what makes aloe vera special from a business perspective. It produces saleable offsets continuously, creating exponential growth. The leaves have cosmetic and medicinal value beyond ornamental sales. It's one of the most recognized plants on Earth, selling itself. It thrives on neglect that would kill most plants. The natural cosmetics revolution has made aloe vera essential. From organic skincare companies to health food markets to medicinal plant growers to landscapers to home gardeners seeking first-aid plants, everyone wants aloe vera, and organic certified sources command premium pricing. The reason aloe vera is such a goldmine is simple. Multiple revenue streams, exponential propagation, ingredient market access, universal recognition. While most ornamental growers are limited to selling plants, you could be growing aloe vera that opens doors to cosmetic companies, creates endless offsets for plant sales, and serves both ornamental and functional markets simultaneously. It's the multi-market miracle that proves the right plant creates multiple profit paths. Number 3. Plumeria, the Hawaiian lei flower commanding collector premiums. Plumeria rubra and its hybrids produce the most intoxicatingly fragrant flowers on Earth, the iconic blooms used in Hawaiian leis and tropical bouquets. These heat-loving succulents from Central America have created a passionate collector market where rare varieties sell for extraordinary prices. A rooted cutting starts at $20 to $30, 1-gallon plants command $35 to $60, and mature specimen plumeria in bloom can hit $100 to $300. But rare cultivars are where the real money lives. Collectors routinely pay $150 to $500 for rare color varieties, and exceptional named cultivars can command $1,000 or more. Plumeria thrives in temperatures from 65 to over 100 degrees and blooms prolifically in summer heat. Here's what makes plumeria special from a business perspective. Hundreds of named cultivars create collector appeal and premium pricing. Fragrance sells plants instantly, one whiff and customers are hooked. Cuttings root easily, allowing rapid multiplication of valuable varieties. It grows in containers or landscapes, expanding markets. The tropical flower collecting community has made rare plumeria the cryptocurrency of plant collectors. From plumeria societies to tropical plant enthusiasts to lei makers to landscape designers to fragrance gardeners, everyone wants rare varieties, and supply can't keep up with demand for unusual colors and patterns. The reason plumeria is such a goldmine is simple. Collector market premiums, fragrance appeal, easy propagation, passionate enthusiast community. While most growers are producing commodity plants, you could be cultivating rare plumeria cultivars that have collectors messaging you before cuttings even root and paying prices that reflect true scarcity. It's the fragrant fortune that proves serving passionate collectors beats serving casual customers. Number 2, sago palm, the ancient survivor that's not even a palm. Cycas revoluta is a 200-million-year-old living fossil that's become one of the most valuable landscape plants in America. Despite the name, it's not a palm but a cycad, and that ancient lineage shows in its incredible heat and drought tolerance. A 4-inch sago starts at $15 to $20, 1-gallon plants command $30 to $50, and the pricing escalates dramatically. A 15-gallon specimen sells for $150 to $300, and large multi-trunk specimens valuable. The prehistoric appearance creates instant visual impact. It tolerates heat, drought, salt, and neglect. It works in formal, tropical, and contemporary landscapes. The slow-growing ornamental market has made mature sago palm one of the most valuable landscape plants. From resort properties to upscale residential landscapes to commercial developments to botanical gardens, designers want the impact of large sagos, but growing them takes a decade or more, creating perpetual scarcity. The reason sago palm is such a goldmine is simple. Extreme slow growth creating built-in scarcity, exponential price increases with age, universal landscape appeal, zero competition from fast-growing alternatives. While most growers avoid slow-growing crops because of long production times, you could be viewing sago palm as a living annuity that appreciates 20% to 50% per year until it sells for prices that make the wait worthwhile. It's the patient grower's retirement plan that proves the slowest plants sometimes generate the highest returns. Number 1, Queen Palm, the graceful giant defying desert expectations. And now we arrive at the most surprising entry on our list. Cyagrus romanzifyana, the queen palm, is thriving in areas once thought impossible for palms. This South American beauty brings tropical elegance to desert landscapes while tolerating heat that would kill most palms. A 15-gallon queen palm starts at $150 to $250, but the real money is in larger sizes. A single trunk specimen in a 25-gallon container commands $300 to $500. Large, field-grown queen palms with 10 to 15 feet of trunk sell for $800 to $2,000. Extra-large specimens can hit $3,000 to $5,000. And landscape contractors are buying everything available because homeowners and commercial developers will pay nearly anything for instant tropical impact. Queen palm survives temperatures from 20 to over 110 degrees once established, far exceeding expectations for a tropical-looking palm. Here's what makes queen palm special from a business perspective. It grows faster than most palms, reaching saleable size in 4 to 6 years. The graceful arching fronds create instant tropical ambience. It tolerates desert heat while looking lush and tropical. Large specimens are in chronic short supply nationwide. The tropical landscaping trend has made queen palm the most desired palm in America. From resort-style residential landscapes to commercial properties to themed developments to hotels and restaurants, everyone wants that tropical feel, and queen palm delivers it while surviving in climates where tropical plants shouldn't work. The reason queen palm is such a goldmine is simple. Massive size equals massive pricing, relatively fast growth, chronic supply shortage, universal tropical appeal. While most palm growers focus on extremely slow species or desert palms with limited appeal, you could be growing queen palm that combines tropical aesthetics with heat tolerance and reaches high-value saleable size faster than alternatives. It's the tropical imposter that proves the most valuable opportunities sometimes come from plants succeeding where they shouldn't be able to survive. If you made it this far, you now know something that most gardeners and would-be plant growers don't. The most profitable plants aren't the ones everyone is trying to grow in traditional gardens. They're the heat-defying specialists serving niche markets with passionate demand and limited supply. These 20 plants represent a fundamental shift in how you can think about horticulture and wealth building. Instead of competing in overcrowded annual flower markets where margins are razor-thin, you're serving premium markets where customers actively seek you out and willingly pay premium prices. The beauty of these heat-tolerant plants is accessibility. You don't need expensive greenhouses with climate control. Many can be grown in full sun with minimal infrastructure. You don't need irrigated acreage, and you don't need to compete on price with mass-market growers. What you need is knowledge, which you now have, and willingness to grow plants that others are ignoring. That's the secret to building wealth through horticulture in the modern economy. These plants got forgotten or overlooked, not because they're not valuable, but because they don't fit the traditional nursery model. They require knowledge. They serve niche markets. They reward quality over quantity. And that's exactly what makes them perfect for intelligent growers ready to build real wealth. If you enjoyed this deep dive into heat-tolerant botanical goldmines, and you're ready to start thinking differently about plants and profit, smash that like button, drop a comment below, and tell me which heat-defying warrior you're most excited about. Are you Team Succulents, Team Flowering Heat Lovers, or Team Architectural Specimens? I read every comment and I love hearing from you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss a video. We're building a community of people who understand that financial independence doesn't come from following the crowd. It comes from finding the opportunities everyone else is missing. And I'd love to have you as part of it.